lost weight at a quiz. You have lost weight,
Yes,
haven't you?
yeah.
Now, are you on some special diet again or something?
Oh, yes, I am.
You have gone through these things before.
Yes, I had. And I'm going through it again, but this time it's going to stick.
Okay.
My resolve is strong. I've lost 28 pounds.
Very good.
And when you see Rick Dukeman, remember him? He was a
He was a lot heavier, wasn't he?
Yeah, he lost 140 pounds.
140 pounds. I hardly recognized him backstage when he was on your show.
Yeah.
Now, have you cut down on, because a lot of calories in wine.
Diet drinks? Yes, I have. No, you have to cut down. It's all calories. It all boils down to calories.
You're right.
Limit your intake. Unfortunately, at a young age, I learned to appreciate the finer things, like good spirits and good food. And I've been appreciating them ever since.
Okay. If you just joined us, Sigourney Weaver's here tonight, Rosie Clooney, Rick Dukeman. Now, if you know, I mentioned Tip O'Neill. Congress just adjourned the 99th Congress. They passed some new laws. Are you familiar with most of these laws? The most sweeping one, I guess, is the version of the tax code, which is supposed to be simplified, and nobody understands anything about it whatsoever. They rewrote the immigration laws, providing amnesty, they think, for millions of illegal aliens who've been here since 1962. They had economic sanctions against South Africa. They added 3 extra weeks added to daylight savings time by starting at the first Sunday in April instead of the last. You understand that at all? They did away with a mandatory retirement age after 70. If people want to stay on the job, they can stay.
That helps us.
Yeah. Certainly a boon to Fred, too. They voted to allow television coverage of the Senate. And the rose was voted the national flower.
I like that.
Yeah. Now, those were some of the laws that were passed. Do you know, for every one of the laws that are passed, how many laws are submitted to the Congress?
I would imagine quite a few, and you'll probably tell us about them. Right?
Well, I'm going to. Hundreds of laws that were submitted, but just didn't get the necessary votes. Here's a couple of laws not passed by Congress. A law that would designate Lyndon LaRouche as the national vegetable. They were trying to pass a law requiring the Department of Motor Vehicles to grant a leave of absence to dead employees. Now, in the last minutes of the 99th Congress, here's one they narrowly defeated. A law which stated, and I'm going to read you the actual law here. To place upon thy body the garb of harlot is an abomination and a federal crime, punishable by 6 months in skirts and sweaters with no chance of accessories. Here's one that I think should have gone through. Even Freddie turned around in the swivel chair. Disavowing any association.
Nothing to do with
I
it.
had nothing to do with it. They tried to pass a law that would change the speed limit on interstate highways to the temperature of the president's dog. Okay, stay with me. A law that would do away with the 50 states and replace them with 2 new states called Yes and No to make it easier to count election ballots. You know something?
What?
I was reading this up in the office earlier.
Yeah? And what do you think?
I thought some of these are pretty funny.
Give us another chance.
Which shows you that you can't always rely on your own judgment sometimes. But I'm not going to give up on this. They tried to pass a law requiring that Kansas be covered with AstroTurf so that cow chips will take a true bounce. It's a law that didn't make it. A law that would require the mandatory use of seat belts when dating Joan Collins. Page 3 here. Strange law, but they didn't obviously didn't pass it for some reason. Probably didn't pass it because it's not funny. Would have made it illegal for an unmarried woman to attempt to make a plaster cast of the state of Florida. That was yes. One of us should enjoy these. They tried to pass a law forcing obese people with grocery carts to yield the right of way near the day-old donut shelf. Didn't get it. A law that would give a person convicted of murder the choice of the death penalty or watching Angela Lansbury shave her legs. You know, I think you win.
Send that subway.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. You give it a shot.
You try.
Let's see how this goes. Let's welcome a new advertiser.